Spirit team, what subject are we covering this week? The ancient Ram Inn was built in 1145 in Gloucestershire in England. Its original use was to house the stonemasons, slaves and builders of the neighbouring church. In 1154 it was used as a home for the first recorded vicar. It's also been used as a pub and bed and breakfast. The inn is built on the land at the intersection of two ley lines. Some people believe these places to have high spiritual energy. Using a map you can trace the lines through the centre of Stonehenge. According to legend, Stonehenge has an energy that travels through the ley lines to feed the paranormal power found at the ancient Ram Inn. Furthermore, an ancient pagan burial ground is reported to have resided in the location over 5,000 years ago. Many have experienced strange noises and seen ghostly apparitions and disembodied voices inside the inn. Paranormal investigators such as Most Haunted in the UK and Ghost Adventures in the US have visited the inn to try to learn its secrets. Some investigators have claimed to have been attacked by the inn's resident spirits. Tales of dark magic such as ritualistic murders, a dark portal, and a succubus abound within the walls of the inn. So with the help of my spirit team, I conduct my own alternative investigation of what's really going on there without even stepping foot inside the inn. Do ley lines really have an impact upon a building if a place is built on top of them? Do ley lines increase the chances of paranormal activity happening there, or do they simply increase or adjust the energy so people can see through the veil better? Is the ancient Ram Inn built on top of an ancient pagan mass burial site? Are the ley lines or pagan burial site the cause of this haunted inn? The ancient Ram Inn is said to have such a chilling aura and spooky reputation that even the locals are not keen to walk past it at night. After the last pint was pulled in 1968, a man named John Humphreys purchased the inn from the brewery. Right up until his death in 2017, he battled constantly to save the historic building. During John's first night after purchasing the place, he claimed to have been grabbed by the arm by a demonic force and dragged from the bed across the room. Until his death, he claimed to have been haunted and regularly attacked by various entities in the house. Is it possible to speak to John Humphreys, who owned the ancient Ram's Inn, please? John, if you're connected, is there anything you'd like to tell us about the inn? Perhaps you have more insight now that you're on the other side. The many visitors and paranormal investigators over the years have experienced a huge range of creepy sights and sounds inside the inn, so let's go deeper into some of these spooky stories and theories. Some describe the atmosphere inside as foreboding. It envelops you, dark and heavy, as soon as you step inside. The first room you come across is called the men's kitchen. It is in this room, which is said to be on top of a pagan burial site. The disturbing sound of a baby crying is often heard here. A grave was also found in this room. It was exhumed, and inside were the remains of a woman and a child. During renovations, more piles of bones, probably from children, were found in the dirt floor, along with daggers suggesting devil worship and sacrificial killings. A man and his son who were visiting came out screaming from the kitchen area. After they calmed down, they said they had seen a ghostly woman rising out of the floor. A mummified cat was even found inside a wall, which Stroud Museum dated as 500 years old and already dead before it was placed there, perhaps put there to ward off witches. Who was the woman and child found in a grave in the men's kitchen of the inn? What happened to them? Were they sacrificed in dark magic rituals? How many people were sacrificed here as a part of dark magic? Many believe a witch's spirit haunts one of the rooms, as one did stay there for a short period before she was burnt at the stake in the 1500s. This is now called the witch's room, where many have reported to seeing the apparition of a woman and a black cat. A cat who was found mummified in the wall of the inn. Was it the same cat of the witch who stayed at the inn? Was the cat placed there to ward off other witches from staying at the inn? A paranormal investigator once captured a white mist on the staircase of the inn and claimed it was a manifestation of a spirit. He cut his investigation short after hearing banging and sounds of something heavy being dragged about on the floor above, as well as all the other paranormal activity he experienced, announcing it as the worst haunted place he had ever visited. Other visitors to the inn climbing the stairs to the first floor have even been thrown up the stairs by invisible hands. The white mist on the stairs that an investigator caught on camera, was that an actual spirit, or was it just a camera anomaly? The people who were thrown up the stairs, was it by the spirit that showed itself as the white mist, or something else? The most haunted room of all was called the Bishop's Inn on the first floor. When the inn was still a bed and breakfast, many guests refused to stay in that room or flee in terror in the middle of the night. It is said that a bishop, 2 monks and 2 nuns haunt this room on a regular basis, not to mention the claims of a succubus that creeps into the bed of sleeping visitors. If that wasn't enough to turn your hair white instantly, visitors have also seen the ghost of a woman hanging from the ceiling, plus the spook of a cavalier who shows himself right before walking through the walls. Why is there so many apparitions in the bishop's room? Is there a portal in there? Is the ghost who gets into bed with visitors in that room really a succubus? Who was the woman hanging from the ceiling in that room? The monks and the nuns seen in that room, are they there to try and control the evil spirits, or are they there for another reason? Is there anything else you can tell us about the ancient Ram's Inn and why it's so haunted?